subscribe button and the getting cut. God. I keep cut. Yeah. Cut one. That was so smooth. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Regina Jerry. I am a fashion enthusiast living in Nairobi, Kenya. And the purpose of this channel is going to be focusing on ways you can make fashion sustainable. Because truth is, fashion is one of the most environmentally destructive industries in the world, only after oil. Like, imagine, fashion is the second most destructive industry to the environment, only after oil. And so the purpose of this channel is going to be how you can make your fashion endeavors more sustainable, and how you can not kill your planet trying to look good. So Aligned Fashion Africa, I came up with this name because I believe fashion can coexist with the ecosystem without actually harming it, and not being detrimental to it. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, the term aligned is defined as similar or existing together, connected with something. So that's the Oxford Dictionary definition of the word allied. So I came across the word allied probably amongst the first times ever in high school, when we learned about the world wars, where the British were on a front called the Allied forces. So that's to mean that countries that were friendly to the British were called the Allied forces. On this channel, I'm going to be highlighting ways in which fashion destroys the environment, in things like polluting the little fresh water that is left on earth with dyes, non-biodegradable dyes, and non-biodegradable microfibers, as well as wildlife poaching that is related to fashion. Animals are killed for fur and their skin, things like that. And at the same time, there's massive landfills all over the world that result in that come from fast fashion. Because let's face it, like, sometimes you just buy something because it's trendy, and when it's out of season, you just like kind of dispose it. So I'm also going to be focusing on how unethical fashion can be in terms of like the treatment of the labor force. And fashion is a very labor intensive industry. So sometimes developed nations kind of outsource their labor needs to like low income nations, and at the same time they end up not treating those people how basic human beings should be treated. Sometimes it even goes as low as child labor. So another thing that we're going to be focusing on this channel is highlighting, or just like thrusting, brands that are very sustainable into the spotlight. Probably brands that make use of natural materials, recycled materials, things like that, as well as brands that aim to empower marginalized groups, for example, women and people living with disabilities. Of course, we are going to be doing this with the focus of Nairobi, Kenya, but we are going to also spill over to the general African area. So at the same time, I'm going to be providing information on how you as the consumer can consume fashion, because it is a product and it is a whole industry, more sustainably and more consciously, and ways to make sure that your fashion habits aren't potentially killing the planet. At the same time, we're going to be going around Nairobi and going to different markets and different events to just see what people are wearing, and generally just like present the Nairobi fashion scene, and of course with a focus on like sustainable fashion. Yeah. So my vision for this channel will be for it to grow to a level that it's actually a voice that influences the common Nairobi and generally African fashion consumer to make more conscious and more sustainable and ethical decisions in their fashion consumption needs. And at the same time, I would hope for this channel to be in line with the United Nations Global Goals for Sustainable Development, specifically sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, and decent work for economic growth. Because of the fact that fashion and beauty are very, very, very interrelated, I am also going to be touching on beauty, because beauty is still one of the leading producers of single-use plastics, which is definitely in the long run not sustainable and very destructive to the environment. Okay, so I decided to start this YouTube channel because we all collectively have a responsibility towards the environment, to care for the environment and to take better care of the planet Earth. Because definitely all these issues we're having right now, like global warming, the rising sea levels, and all the other very scary things that are happening, they're only gonna get worse if we don't take action right now. And I really got inspired by the 16-year-old Swedish environmental activist. Her name is Greta Thunberg, and she's 16, and she says that literally no one is too small to make a difference. And yeah, that's something I really bought into, like before I say this channel, because I believe everyone can make a difference in their own little small way. I hope to see you around, and let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. So guys, don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for more content.